It's a beautiful day on OnBrittsBlock. Go ahead, slide through. You right on time. Welcome to my neighborhood.
Welcome to OnBrittsBlock. Come take a walk where love is loud and dreams can talk. Hey, yeah. Every step is soul inspired. We shine bright even when it's dark. Oh, hey, sunshine, come on in. Here to uplift and inspire. Be understood on OnBrittsBlock. We talk real things, joy, peace, and the growth in. So pull up, chill, let your spirit rock. You home now. You home now. You OnBrittsBlock. You OnBrittsBlock. Hey. Big vibes, big heart, real talk, we smart. Every part of the block is a work of art. Laugh a little, heal a lot, we don't pretend. We building something better, friend to friend. Hey, sunshine. Let the love and the light begin. Understood on OnBrittsBlock, where you belong. This ain't just vibes. This ain't just vibes. This is your song. Hey, sunshine.
Hello to all my beautiful neighbors, welcome to OnBrittsBlock. I am Britt. As you come in, please like the video. It helps me to get in the algorithm and seen by more people. So please, just like the video. And make sure you tell your neighbors, family, and friends to come on over to OnBrittsBlock and find out what's going on. And then turn on your notification bell to make sure that every time I upload a new video, you're going to be informed. And if you like to be a blessing to my channel, you can at Cash App, $ OnBrittsBlock. Again, Cash App, $ OnBrittsBlock. Or through super stickers, super thanks. Or just joining my membership. It's only $1.99. So, these are our announcements. So please, govern yourself accordingly. And let's get into this video. Hey, my little ray of sunshine. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody had a wonderful week. I am here to do my review on Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 10, Episode 3. We started back with Maurice and Marceau, Kimmy, and Tuna Cat talking about Maurice being the golden child. And Maurice is just so surprised when he says that about him being the golden child. And even Kimmy says, you know, you treat Monster like the golden child, and he still is not getting it. So he is telling Marceau, well, I'm treating him like we were raised. First of all, y'all were raised in the household with y'all parents. You are a step parent. You can't raise him the same way you think that y'all was raised growing up. Not unless y'all was raised hard. So they trying to tell him, look, he is not understanding. He's who's the golden child if he has a scar? Well, Jalen is grown. And then who's the golden child if he has all this throughout life and we didn't have this? Well, Kimmy was a single parent. She had a good job as a nurse. So she was able to give him the things that he needed in life. You were raised in a household where your mama done left y'all at home with y'all daddy and went to go live and raise somebody else's grown kids. And then y'all, it was a lot of y'all. It wasn't just like, you wasn't the only child. What is like one sister and 4 or 5 other brothers? Yeah. So y'all are going to be raised different. And Marceau made the biggest sense in the world when he said that sometimes you have to talk to somebody outside that you don't know and maybe you'll listen. Because your parents can tell you something or your family can tell you something, you don't hear them. But if somebody, a stranger tell you something, oh, you right. And that's the same thing they've been saying the whole time. And Kimmy even said on the green screen, Marceau don't listen. She said it gets frustrating because you have to say something over and over and over again. But that's what you get, Kimmy, for getting somebody grown boy off the couch. So no, Marceau think the way he done him was just right. You know, how I talked to him, I didn't help him. Oh, I was a great father. If you was a great father, Maurice, at this point in time, and this boy is telling you that no, you didn't, you was like a friend or a brother, then no, you need to go back and in your memory bank and see where did I go wrong. Because you are not that father that you think you were. Because if you telling your child to do one thing and tell somebody's child to do one thing and your child ain't good enough to do the grunt or the work or do this, that, and the other, then no, you're not being a good father. If you always riding his back like he a horse, but your child can do whatever you doing, no, you are not a good father. If you're not spending that quality time with that child and telling him how to be a man or what to do in life, then you're not a good father. I mean, what more do it take for you to understand that, Caillou, you're not a good father? So we're going to talk about this short segment because I see already that this whole season with Ken and Trish is going to be based on Whoop Whoop being their storyline. You know, Trish is turning 38 years old. They're going to take pictures. First of all, if I'm turning 38 years old, it's my birthday, I don't want to take no pictures with Ken. Kenya can stay at home and let me take my pictures by myself, but they up here, their little boots on the ground outfit because she's turning 38. And so they're talking about, you know, I'm 38 years old and he's not coming to the party. We know he's not coming to your party. Who's stupid? Then, you know, well, this year we going to cut him out. When the divorce is over, we'll never hear about him. Let me tell you one thing. If that divorce ever get over and this show, it ain't going to continue. But if this show was to come back again and the divorce is over, who y'all going to talk about? What y'all going to talk about then? Because Whoop Whoop is gone. And y'all say he'll no longer be a part of your life. You won't hear from him. Then what y'all going to do? Because Whoop Whoop is y'all storyline. Poor Whoop Whoop can't get a chance to breathe without y'all being in his tail. So, it's like, what you going to do? And when are y'all ever going to get a storyline where y'all talk about yourself? So then we go here, it's Maurice and Marceau and Jalen. And once again, they're trying to explain to Maurice, you are not there for Jalen. So Jalen is got some little house project he's doing. And whereas Marceau is helping him and probably, trying to go, Maurice want to be invited. Well, if you're not invited somewhere, then, you don't know if it's for you to go. So it's like, but you're trying to be there for him. You got to be invited. And then Jalen said it's a hierarchy. It's you, Kimmy, Monster, then him. How do you feel that? He said, because, book-wise and age-wise, yeah, he's the lowest. But as far as love, and he said as far as love and attention, oh, he above me. So he finally came to the conclusion where he was going to apologize. Well, I'm going to apologize and hopefully we can make it better and I can be a better person. We hope you can. Because at this point right here, you're not doing a good job. So then Marceau just asked him, what do Jalen want out of, life? Yeah. So he was like, well, he want to be in cybersecurity and do real estate and invest in properties and all that kind of stuff. And he has a job in Colorado. So Jalen says, yes, I got the job in Colorado and I'll be taking it at the end of the month. So you can get rocks. So then you have She Woman went over there to see Nell at her business. And they're talking about what happened when they went out to dinner with them. And it's crazy because she asked me, I don't know if Trish and Tisha are friends because she was kind of right for Tisha. When Nell would say something about, Tisha doing this, she's like, well, maybe she's not. And maybe she's this, that, and other. So they was asking, how do you feel that they felt about the video when their husbands came out? And they both of them feel like both of them are guarded, like Tisha is guarded and Kim is guarded. See, the thing is, what Nell has to realize, you're not going to be able to ask them no question and get a direct answer. Tisha and Kim are not going to tell you about their life, but they sure want to be in yours, digging it out and going out here and talking about it. Now, they want to read your story from cover to cover and tell everybody about it, but when you read that cover, that's all you're going to read is cover. Their book of life is closed and sealed. So Trish was asking Nell, how do you think they took it? Do you think they talked about it once it came out? She's like, they probably did, but Kim was probably, she said, Trish was probably, not Trish, I'm sorry. Let me slow down. She said that Tisha, so these T's are tearing me up. Tisha was probably like, what is this? And she probably was. You see that she's like, oh, it didn't really happen. See, first of all, when it came out, even though we know Martell is crazy, we still would have got down to the bottom of this, okay? Why would he even drug somebody else? Why would he say all this, da 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 da? Because you got me out here looking crazy, which we know how we went. But anyway, and then let's go back to the beginning though. When Nell asked who was all coming to the party, Trish said everybody. She said even Martell and Marquez. She said no. I wanted to figure out what you mad at Martell for, because he didn't take you as his boo. Because I don't see him has done anything to you. I mean, he ain't went off on you like he's done everybody else. So what you mad at him for? I wouldn't invite him. No, yeah, you mad because your little side piece ain't with you. He don't moved on, and you thought you was hoping it was gonna be you. Just tell the truth. Robert no more Marquez ain't coming nowhere. But again, they not talking about nobody but somebody else's life. Well, Trish did say they trying to get a brick and mortar building for they building for their little weights and stuff. Y'all should have done that. I mean, Ken ain't doing nothing at home. I mean, he ain't like he on the road no more. So I don't know why you ain't got your business together. But more power to you. So next, Marlene was having breakfast with her boy. He come in, he talking about, I ordered you a coat. Yeah, ain't no crown, it's too early in the morning. But, this season, it really seems like they have gotten free. So Martell's storyline is going to be Ariane. So y'all, you talking freely about her now. For the last 9 seasons, so-called, you wouldn't crack your lips about that girl. She wasn't nothing, but all of a sudden she this, that, and other. So they talking and, they talking about, he been dropping people off and he got to drop the kids off. And then he even said Maverick name. Like anybody care about that little boy? Nobody but you. But, so they just started talking about it. Marlene feel like, she missed the old family, and then just trying to feel as though as Arya messed up. But when she said that, yeah, that little situation happened, she called that little boy a situation. Because that's what she's talking about. Yeah, that little situation happened, broke up your family. Yes, when she got pregnant, that's what broke it up, but it's not a situation. Just say, when your side piece got pregnant, they broke up your marriage. And then, she's like, because I miss my family. I know you do. And Martell says, I never thought that we would break up. Who in their right mind will continue to let somebody just keep messing up on them time and time again and be like, you know what, I'm just going to stay here. You can do whatever you want to do. You can have all the women you want to. See, Martell is delusional. And so is his mama. Because I know she had to know that boy out here doing something. And, she wishing and hoping they'll get back together. They wishing and hoping because they realized that y'all messed up a good thing. That house that Marlene was in, Mel made sure everything was taken care of. She made sure that even her other son that's locked up, that he was straight. She was the backbone. Now you got to fool this fool. But let me go back too. When they first came in, he's like, I come talk to my mama every day. My mama's the best mama I've ever had. First of all, you already said your grandma raised you, so don't start with that lie. But anyway, let's go on. So Marlene, like, yeah, I'm trying to get to know her. But she looks so uncomfortable talking about this chick the whole time. Like, Marlene already got that little lazy eyes. She kind of looking around like, I don't know, why we ain't talking about her? And again, Martell, I said, I'm putting her in this house. Why you put your mama in that house? Put your mama in the house, the backwards house, and let her live there. And so she's like, are you gonna marry her? Well, I don't know. I'm trying to see if she the right one. I gotta make sure she the right one. She's like, well, take your time. Well, I don't want to take long. Baby, you already took long. What you mean you don't want to take long? You have took years and you still trying to decide if she the right one. And your mama said don't jump into nothing. Cause she know you don't need to jump into that. Cause you really don't love that girl. You only with her. Well, you ain't even really with her. At this point, you just talking about her, thinking you gonna piss somebody off and piss people off in America by talking about, we don't care about you talking about coleslaw. Cause we both know y'all belong together. Two fools always belong together. So be happy. And stop taking so long to I gotta see if she gonna be the right one. And I don't wanna get into nothing. You got into her a long time ago. And then for him to say that Ariane wasn't the cause of his marriage, his marriage dispersing, that's a lie. Yes, you had a lot to do with it. But see, Ariane, if she would have stayed in a mistress place and not a side piece, Ariane wanted your marriage to end. So yeah, you better blame a lot on her because when she was calling your phone, being disrespectful to your wife, she had a lot to do with that. So don't tell me it wasn't her, it was me. It was both of y'all. So don't just say put all blame on you because it was her too. Because she knew you was married and she continued wanting to mess around with you. And it's all, I'm telling y'all, it's the difference between a mistress and a side piece. A mistress will stay at home and they ain't saying nothing. As long as you paying their bills, they ain't got nothing to say. Because they really don't want to be with you at the end of the day like that because they already know how I got you is how you going to get me. But a side piece want to be the main piece. They want to be number one. They don't know how to stay in their place. So yeah, she got you. Your side piece destroyed your marriage along with you. So now we at the boots on the ground party for Trish, and like she said, they look like it's for Ken and Trish, but you know Kenyatta got to be in the middle of everything. So the guys are talking. So it gets to the girl where Nell is telling the girls, well, y'all don't seem to be transparent. Now y'all know good and well. Kimmy said that she didn't watch all of the video, and Tisha said she didn't watch none of it. Baby, you ain't got to watch it because I know your mama told you about all of it. So while you still thinking somebody crazy, we know you watched that. So Nell was kind of like, y'all want to be in our business, talking about my grandkids, and Tisha, and we will, and we will. That's the problem, though. Y'all want to be in everybody else's business and find out what everybody else got going on in their life. But as soon as they bring up your life, you don't want to talk about it. So teachers like, if I ever had infidelity in my marriage, then I would have said somebody a long time ago and how I got over it, and cause we ain't got that in our marriage. Girl, stop trying to play on everybody's top. You ain't as happy as you want everybody to think you are. But it's all right for me to go over here, me and Kim, to ask everybody about their business. But as soon as you want to ask me about my business, I'm going to redirect and try to figure out what you're talking about. But my biggest thing is for you to say that you didn't look at that video. After one that broke that video down to you in all segments and every sentence and best them away, you don't heard about it. And you went and watched it. So don't sit there and act like you didn't see it. Trying to play somebody to the left. So then she asked, well, once somebody went then she want to get on there talking about, let's talk about you and you being in your infidelities. And pretty much on you cheating. Girl. So Tisha want to bring up the fact that now that it's a rumor going around the streets that about Chris Fletcher. But it's a rumor going around the street about your husband too. So you trying to be slick. See, once again, you trying to deflect from what you going through and what's going on in your life. And Nell was like, yeah, I know. And what? She probably like, Nell has already said before that Fletcher has cheated on her, has left the house for a year and almost 2 years, and he came back. So that's nothing new with her. So she know how to be standing in her paint, standing in her mess and say, look, yeah, he done cheated on me before. But Tisha, we still waiting for you to tell the truth. So then she tried to go over there on Tisha said, Trish should give her mouth shut. Cause she said, well, I'm always open book. She said, when? So they started going back to all the lies she done told throughout the season. Yes, I don't know Martell. I just met Martell. I was at his house. No, I wasn't at his house. I this, I that. So and Trish was, teacher was like, you sit here and say you an open book. So she asked her, she said, well, what chapter are you on now? She might, you been through all my chapters. I said she might have been through all your chapters, but they been skimming the pages, jumping back and forth because you ain't been, you ain't been correct. So then it gets to the guys and they talking about cheating and all this kind of stuff. And then they get on this issue about the NDAs. And then Marceau says to Fletcher, it's word in the street. First of all, we know where it come from. It's not word in the street. Y'all doing good this season. Not to open your mouth and let that person's name slide off y'all tongue. Y'all doing good in the street that, me and Maurice, we out here got women signing NDAs. See, that was not what was said though. When they go back and you listen to it clearly, it's stated that sounds like something that Maurice and Marceau would do. It's not saying, yeah, that's what they did. It just said it's something that they would do. So my thing is too, at the end of the day, clear that up. Because y'all want to get mad and say, oh, he out here saying, oh, this is what we'll do. No, he said that sounds like something that they will do. So get that clear. And because y'all on this man's neck. And most likely, it could be something that y'all will do. We know y'all not faithful like y'all say y'all are. So, hey, Fletcher was just stating the obvious. Now, Chris didn't lie his way out of that mess about what he said. But I wonder if they not realize that everything that he said just now, or what was said, was on camera, and we all watched it. So why are you lying? I mean, they tell lies as if we didn't see them already do it on camera. Okay. So the ladies decided to go there with the men, talking about fidelity, which we already noticed, already staged, because how all of a sudden both of y'all talking about the same thing, and y'all walk up to me talking about the NDAs. And so Tisha, she get that little liquid courage in her, like her mama. Then they lose their mind. So she want to start talking to Fletcher all crazy. And Nell was like, first of all, my husband don't answer to nobody but me. He don't answer to you. And even Marceau said in the confessional, he's like, yeah, Tisha has a tendency to want to talk to somebody else's husband like it's her husband. And I don't care whatever popped up and how they talking to him. Marceau is not on Tisha's side. I don't care. He ain't stood up for her. Because even Fletcher said, I ain't got to talk. I ain't got to answer you. My wife. My wife is right here. So he finally, after they about to pummel on her, says to her, and he whispered to her, hey, look, we don't talk about this already. Oh, and she's like, what did he say? I'll talk to you about it later. And then, he go back to what he doing. And because she got her finger in the nail face, and Nell was like, don't put your finger in my face. I think one day Tisha gonna say the wrong thing to Nell, and Nell gonna just jump up and haul off and smack this chick. Because she thinking she can talk to this girl any kind of way. And it's gonna be alright. So they start having flashbacks of all the conversations that they have had. But Tisha need to learn how to stay in Tisha's place. And when she get that little liquid courage, she better think about what she's doing. Because she better know that Marceau ain't got a back. You started this, you going to end it. That's all I can tell you. I ain't got nothing for you. Because he was not trying to help this chick. I'm like, Lord, do something. No. Marceau's like, she put herself into it. That's her fault. So that's the end of it. They'll go to another week of lies next week and all this. I don't know. But y'all, that's all I got for you. As you can see, Martell thinking all of a sudden Slaw is his storyline and she's the best thing since sliced cake, and these women ain't gonna never get along. See, Nell gotta realize now that the star of the show is not there, and she's not there to be their storyline, and she's not there for them to pump it on. It's your turn next. And she should have saw that when she was supposed to be her real friend, but you thought you gonna get over here with these catty hoes over here. You gonna get over here and on their side. See, now they showing you who they really are. and you should have started from the beginning. You should have saw how Nell saw how they was doing her friend from the beginning. But then she would decide to stand on the side of wrong. And now since she on that side over there, Kimmy and Tisha, they not ganging up on you. And Destiny gonna gang up on you too. So the only person you gonna have in your corner, hopefully, is gonna be she woman. But the way she ride for Tisha one time, I don't know. She gonna stand on the side wherever, but the majority of the lies, that's where she gonna stand at. Cause that's how y'all do. Cause all this, everybody on here a bunch of backstabbers. Ain't nobody loyal to nobody. Even Maurice and Marceau. They ain't even loyal to nobody. So hey, but that's all I got for y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. We have another episode coming up. I will bear with it for y'all again. So like the video, comment, subscribe. Well, y'all ain't coming at all, but at least subscribe. Tell everybody to come over here to OnBrittsBlock, find out what's going on. And also, if you'd like to be a blessing to my channel, you can through Cash App. It's on $ OnBrittsBlock. Again, that's Cash App, $ OnBrittsBlock. Super sticker, super thanks. There ain't no super chats because I don't even be on live. But those are our announcements. Please govern yourself accordingly. And I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day on purpose.
You home now. You home now. You on OnBrittsBlock. You on OnBrittsBlock. It's always love on OnBrittsBlock. See you next time. Sunshine.